Oh, well, good evening, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, and whenever you are. So today I'll be actually talking about one of the trades that I actually took last week. This Friday. So this is the trade that I'll be talking about here. This is my Instagram, and you can follow me on Instagram. You can actually see what trades I took, when I took them, and how, and what was the reason behind, right? So I literally have everything outlined here as sort of a thread. So this is one of the setups that I actually, I have like a special affinity for. I have like it's one of the best for me in the morning when I'm training the London session. So obviously there's a lot of entry models that I use. So this is just one of those. So here is the chart. So we'll be talking about this trade, and okay, I just wanna, yeah, I hope you guys can hear me. So this is what I'm just gonna talk. If you actually watched a video, my video where I was actually talking and teaching how to frame a bias, on this day you can't really have like a clear bias, right? Because this is the daily candle, this is the hourly candle, and then this is 5 minutes, where I'll usually go to 5 minutes, and the lower time frames is where I actually find my entry, right? So if you look here on the daily chart, I just want you to focus on one thing. You look at this bullish candle. We have this imbalance right here that we've now traded above, right? We've traded above and closed above. So I'm kind of, thinking of this as my inversion fair value gap. So I actually favor bullishness, but it's not yet clear looking at this daily candle right here, right? Look at how it closed, but it's still closed above. It's still closed above the CE of this candle, right? This daily candle. Even though it's bearish, it went all the way down, failed to take up previous day's low, but it just went back inside this range. Excuse me. So in the morning, this is a down close candle, meaning it opened, it went okay, sorry, the down close candle, the open of the down close candle is at the top, right? And then the open of the up close candle is at the bottom. So this is the opening price for this candle, and then it went all the way down, taking sell side here. Well, I'm already bullish looking at the daily candle, so I just look at this as manipulation, right? The power of trade. So we're gonna accumulate, which is this phase here. If you look at my cursor on the right here, so I'm just looking here at the London session on Friday as accumulation, because any movement below previous day's low, I look at that as manipulation, right? So I just want to actually highlight a few things. Okay, so from 7 to 8, I'm just going to highlight the lowest low. So it's 7 to midnight, sorry, 7 to midnight. Obviously I'm using everything in New York time, everything is in New York time, right? So I'm just going to do this is what I do. This is my Asian session, right? So I have an Asian session, I have an Asian high right there, which I'm just gonna extend out. I just want to make this video as okay. We have Asian high, and then we have Asian low that we've already taken out. So I have previous day's low right here, right? I have previous day's low here. Okay, let me just say previous day's low. Okay, I believe this was the previous day's low, but I'll just double check right now. This was the previous day's low. Let me check. Yes, it was Thursday's low, right? So this is sell side liquidity, right? We've just taken sell side liquidity. So I'm looking and thinking, this is the power of three. This is accumulation, right? This is accumulation. Okay, let me just use like a grayish, and then put this thing below. And then what I'm gonna do also is I'm just gonna extend my midnight open, right? So I look at the 1 minute, could be 1 minute candle, 5 minute, but if you wanna be precise, I will just recommend and suggest you go to like a lower time frame, like 1 minute. You get the first opening candle at midnight, you extend that thing out, and then throughout the London. So we're going to be trading the London session, which starts from 2 to 5, right? So I'm looking at 2 to 5, but what I want to trade today is the silver bullet. If my bias is not that clear, I usually wait for a silver bullet, because by then the the direction of the entire London session is already determined. In most cases, you find that it's already established, or it's going to be established during that hour, which is 3 to 4. 3 to 4 is when I find my silver bullet, right? So I'm just waiting, because I look at this as manipulation, right? Judas swing. So I want to see on our a time frame like 1 hour. Okay, what do we have actually below previous day's low? So I'm just gonna sync this in layout so that you guys can see what low am I referring to on this time frame. So I'm just gonna go sync this in layout, and then you can see that this is the low that I'm actually referring to here. This is the low, right? So I see that. Okay, so this is what happens. The price actually is looking for liquidity and then imbalance. After liquidity, it feels an imbalance, and then there is a change in market structure, right? So that's what price seeks. So just seek it's actually okay, so it's time, liquidity and imbalances. That's what I actually always tell my students, right? It's time, liquidity and imbalances. Okay, what time is it? Is it inside the kill zone? Yes. Okay, did you take any liquidity? Yes. Okay, did it feel an imbalance? Yes. Okay, now it's gonna go to a smaller time frame. You look and wait or anticipate a change in market structure, and then you're here to target liquidity in the opposite direction. So if we've just taken external range liquidity in the form of like swing lows, previous days lows, you're gonna go back inside for the fair value gaps, right? If it's internal range, then it's going to be internal range to external range, right? So there is actually a framework that I actually use, and there's a code that I actually share with my students on our Discord, because I have like a codes channel. So I always say structure is key, right? If you look at 1 hour here, you are trading inside a range, right? You are trading inside a range, and this is what I always use: premium to discount, right? You look at this. This is the dealing range. Price is at the moment, or inside, it's inside this range. What is a range? So you have like a swing high and a swing low, and then you are just feeling the imbalances inside this range, right? You look at how we moved away from this point, or from this swing low to the swing high, and then we left an imbalance at discount, because above the the equilibrium of this is, you got discount here. Let me just actually shade this out for you. You got discount right here. Okay, I just wanna, okay, there we go. Let me just use like a green or blue color for discount. I'm actually use more of a red color for discount, and then I'm just gonna copy this. There you go. Okay, I don't know what's happening now. I'm trying to actually have this moved. Okay, let me just do this here. So this is what I look at, right? So I'm just gonna focus at the PDRAs. Currently I'm at premium, going below equilibrium, because actually I was somewhere here, right? I had traded below equilibrium, so I'm now seeking the PDRAs at discount. So I have this 60-minute fair value gap, right, in the form of a BC. So this is what I actually annotated. I'm going to show you proof in terms of execution and everything. So this is the discount BC I was actually paying attention to. I want to see how price behaves once it fills this imbalance, right? So, and I also have market makers X model as a map always in my head. So first is structure. So I can see this is premium, discount. The structure is actually bearish at the moment, moving from premium to discount. What PDRs do I have at premium, at discount? So now I'm just gonna start having like a map in my head, and power of 3 is my confidence. So this is the code. It goes: structure is key, market maker X model is a map, power of 3 is confidence, and then a unicorn is a confirmation for entry. So I always like to have like a unicorn or use a unicorn structure for my entry. Well, my private mentorship student know what a unicorn is, right? So I always teach them how to spot those things and what time of the day, and actually which ones to trust. And I'm actually giving you the gem right now. These are the fucking gems. I'm giving you everything right here. Okay, if you can just go on every day, just look for what I'm actually showing you here. You'll kill the markets every day, every fucking day. Okay, but this was actually traded live with my group. We traded this setup, this London session. Silver bullet was traded live. I'm going to show you a video at the end of this live stream, just a small clip, and then you can actually see for yourself. So I always say structure is key. Market maker model is a map. Power of three is confidence. So power of three is accumulation, and then this is of course manipulation, right? So this whole entire leg from midnight here, because look at how we moved away from the equilibrium of this accumulation, right? We left an imbalance, went up, and then we rallied, right? We moved away. So this is Judah swing to me, right? All of this is just a Judah swing, right? This is manipulation in okay, this is manipulation in smart money concept, right? Smart money terms. Okay, so let's just put this at the bottom. I look at this as manipulation. I'm still waiting for my entry, right? So this is my power of three. Now my entry will be a distribution to the upside. So this is what I'm actually anticipating, right? So let me use my entry will be distribution to the upside, right? So I'm actually waiting and thinking in my head, okay, I already have a market makers buy model, right? As a map, I can already see that price is actually moving from original consolidation. This is the sell side of the curve. So I'm just gonna wait in anticipation for smart money reversal. And the smart money reversal will be actually formed inside here. I know for a fact, because this is the PD area I have at discount, right? So I'm actually on 5 minutes for now, but this is what I'm thinking and anticipating, right? As this, so let's just drop down to 1 minute so that you guys can see what I was actually waiting for, or waiting to see as soon as I saw this drop down into this 1 hour discount basis. Sorry guys, so I think my software here that I'm using to record sometimes it just cuts off. So I was actually like 15 minutes ahead of already, so I had to just remove some of the annotations and then come back and re-record what I was saying, because this thing had just stopped recording for some reason. I don't know what's happening with this thing, man. Pissing me off. Okay, so let's just do this again. As you can see, maybe the voice also my tone is actually changed now, because I'm just kind of pissed now. I don't want to, it's wasting my time. So I want to change this to like a light grayish color, because I want to sync this into this layout so that you can see exactly what I was actually waiting for on a smaller time frame, like 1 minute, because that's where I want to actually now start reading the price action. Once we make it to the discount array, I want to read the 1 minute price action right there. So I already have because as I was saying, right, I used structure is key. This is the code that I actually wrote down. It's on my wall here. Structure is key. I already have the structure here on one hour. I'm moving from premium to discount, and there's a PD array in the form of a basis, and then I also have liquidity, right? So it's time, liquidity, and then imbalance. Time, liquidity, and then imbalance. Then there's gonna be a change in market structure. Then inside the kill zone, which is time, I should get an entry to back inside internal range liquidity, right? So it's the code goes: structure is key, market maker model is the map, and then power of three is confidence. The unicorn is a confirmation entry. So already I just showed you that I've already framed my market maker model. I'm anticipating a smart money reversal inside here, so I'm just waiting to actually confirm on a smaller time frame, like 1 minute now. Okay, so this is what I'm actually paying attention to. I'm reading price action inside the silver bullet hour, right? So I had to remove some of the annotations here. I'm sorry if I left some, but I'm sure the ones that I left are not of any significance, but yeah, let me just continue. Okay, so this is what happens. We are now inside the 1 minute, so I'm just going to play this so you can see what happened here. So I'm just waiting now for a structure like this. Let me just pause it a little bit. So I'm just waiting for a structure similar to what I'm going to draw here, which is a unicorn, right? Let me not show you the unicorn. I'm just waiting for an entry now because I want to see a market structure shift, and I'm going to show you exactly here what actually confirmed that. Okay, now the institutional order flow is bullish right there. Boom. Okay, now let me just pause that. Look at the first imbalance we've traded back into at 3 o'clock, which is your silver bullet hour, right? You have a BC, and if you look at this BC, it traded above an imbalance here, right? Look at this imbalance. Look at how we are using that as an inversion fair value gap. So we're just gonna get a partial entry here, which is our low risk buy. Now the smart money reversal is in play now. I'm just watching, but my okay, let me just use like an orange color for my inversion fair value gap here. So I'm actually paying attention more to this. Okay, how do we close after trading above the midpoint? Do we trade above the midpoint of this premium CB on 1 minute and close above here? And then on retracement, I can even use this as my inversion fair value gap. So I was actually calling this live in real time on our Discord. Thinking, okay, I'm thinking and looking at this 1 minute inversion fair value gap before it even was an inversion fair value gap. Right now it's just a fair value gap in the form of a CB. Sell side candle gives a sell side imbalance, right? The down close candle gives a sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. So the price is imbalance going down. We need to feel it going up. So that's why it's a buy side inefficiency, right? So we are now trying to efficiently fill this thing. Okay, so I'm waiting and thinking, okay, this could be my first entry going up. I've already also spotted a minor market maker model here, original consolidation, and looking at how smooth the highs were here. So I was telling the guys, okay, I think the first partial should be off once we make it to that, because already you can see market maker sell model, smart money reversal is being engineered. And then a break above here will just give us that push to the original consolidation highs, which is buy side liquidity. Okay, so I was just framing this in context, saying, okay, do you see that? That's what we're going to be targeting. Okay, and then after that, do you see that? Because I also think I highlighted this also. I said, do you see that? After that, you're targeting buy side there. And then, do you see that? I was actually calling these things live. Do you see that? Because this is just distribution, second stage distribution. When you're going down, this price is just distributing to. Okay, there you go. I was actually paying attention to this thing, looking at these, distributions going lower. Also, this distribution right here. So I was actually paying attention to this. So I said, okay, original consolidation highs, that's what we're going to be taking partials off of. And I'm going to show you exactly in a form of a screenshot that I took. And if you follow me on X, actually you can just go there to my, sorry about that, you can just go to my thingy, and then you can actually go study what I was sharing on the trade here. Look at this trade here. Okay, already you can see that this is exactly what I was actually, pointing out. Hello. So let's go back to GU and actually see what happened and where was my entry here, or what confirmed. Because I'm not gonna lie and say I took this low risk buy, but I saw it. I said, okay, this is a good one, because at 3 o'clock we just rallied up. We closed above an array, which is a premium. If you look at the swing high and the swing low, let me just show you. This is discount. You see, we've traded above equilibrium, right? We closed above equilibrium, right? Closed above the imbalance right here. So I'm looking and thinking, okay, this is going to be an inversion fair value gap. So you're going to get an institutional order flow inside the low risk buy, And I'm also looking at this this up close candle that we've now closed above, right? Because now this is gonna act as a breaker already. This 1 minute candle here is my bullish breaker. If I can just extend this out, I can just highlight the whole of this candle, right? I'm looking at how we just traded above it, and retracement is going to act as a support, right? But I was not interested in that because I was watching this fair value gap, which was the silver bullet, low risk buy, beautiful silver bullet. Okay, so I'm just going to play this and actually tell you what actually made me enter this trade. Okay, so I'm just watching. I'm still on the sidelines when I'm watching in real time. What is price telling me? Boom. So I saw something right here. So here I just saw, okay, now we are inside we are just painting inside this imbalance, and we already have a down close candle right inside of it, right? I said, okay, so the two down close candles are now my bullish order block since we've closed above them, looking at the bodies, right? I said, okay, buy this thing. Now let's buy this thing on Discord. Like I said, okay guys, I'm now buying GU. Let me just use the small ones here so that it doesn't get, I don't like to have, I bought the order block, I bought the bullish order block. So this is how do you know which order block to buy? So this is how you know, all right? This is how you actually know, okay? So I went long right here. I said, okay, I'm buying that, but my stop loss is going to be below the midpoint of this. So I put my stop loss right here. I said, okay, now I'm just going to be targeting this buy side liquidity right here. Okay, I said first I'm going to take partials off there, but I do want to ride it all the way up to my best case terminus here in a form of Asian high, because the framework is actually bullish now. Looking at how on 5 minutes we just accumulated manipulation, distribution, we could even make it to those highs. I was actually thinking, okay, we could even go as far as reaching those highs, because this is just distribution starting, and New York could be just a continuation of London in this case, and I might just catch a big fish. Okay, so I went long there. I put my stop loss just below the midpoint of that, which is the CE, and then let's see what happened. Okay, as it's going now, I'm just tape reading price. Okay, I'm in a loss, I'm in a loss, I'm in a loss. I want to see displacement and price closing above here. There we go. We're inside the silver bullet hour, guys. So as soon as this happened, right? As soon as this happened, right? As soon as this happened, I just saw, okay, I increased the lot size on my trade. I said, okay, now we've closed above the midpoint of this premium inversion fair value gap, which was actually going to be utilized as an entry. I just increased my lot size on retracement. I said, boom. Now look at this here. I'm just going to show you the screenshot. Okay, so this is the screenshot. This is the screenshot. You can see that, okay, if you look on the, okay, it's just I can't use a cursor here, but if you look at the, okay, if you look at this, I don't know what to call it, the execution, the long indicator there on the far right of that entry, you can see that I actually bought the bullish order block. I think that's where I tried to put it. Let me just point it out here. I'm talking about this. If you look at this thing here, I don't know what it's called, but that's why I bought this thing. I'm gonna show you a screenshot right here. Where is the execution? GU execution. That's when I actually, I don't know if you can see that, but that's when I actually, when I increased the lot size to 200, it went a little bit up because of that displacement right there. But you can see that I actually bought I'm still inside this range here. Now let me go back here. I'm still inside this range here. If you are looking at the screenshot, I'm still inside this range here because I actually increased the lot size once I saw displacement, because that's what I want to see. I want to see the price run into the intended direction during the silver bullet hour, right? And then this happened, guys. So it went all the way up. So I'm just gonna, as it's going up, I'm just telling the guys on Discord, okay, now let's take partials off let's take off partials. So I'm just gonna make it a little quicker. Just a little bit quicker. Okay, there we go. So I'm looking at this, I'm looking at price, I'm saying okay, there we go. So I'm waiting for my best case terminus. I'm just saying, okay, let's take off partials also each here. Partials, yeah. Partials off. I said, okay, let me just pause because there's a lesson here. You see, once we made it to this high right here, I said, okay, I want to see how we close after taking buy side. And look at how we displaced above and closed. We left the fair value gap. Now we are testing and using this as a breaker, right? Using the up close candle here as a breaker, right? That's a strong entry model on its own. You go in there, you put your stop loss just below here, the lows, and then you target this buy side liquidity right here. And then this thing went on and on, right? On and on and on and on, right? Look at how it went. Look at that, okay? And the trade was just magnificent. It was just beautiful to watch, beautiful to hold. You know, it just went all the way up, you know. So it went all the way up. You look at the ratio here is insane. The ratio is really insane. So we came back to fill this imbalance. I think on another broker, there we go. On another broker, I think we filled it because I'm not too sure if we came back. So we generated liquidity right now. As you can see, we're now taking it before the imbalance. Boom. It was just too nice to watch. Too fucking nice. So this is how I actually trade the London session. If we go back to 5 minutes, you can actually see that we've now made it to the best case terminus, right? Look at that. That was just beautiful. And this is your market makers buy model, right? Original consolidation highs, boom. So here we traded above midnight open. The fair value gap on 5 minutes is pretty much clear. And then you can see that we look at how the candles failed to close below the midnight open, right? This is narrative, guys. It's telling you that it's actually bullish, you know. Even if you can see on 1 minute it's a long candle displacing low, you're starting to get scared, you want to chicken out and close the trade. That's not how you do it, folks. Just zoom out a little bit and then look at how the candles on a time frame like 5 minutes are actually closing. Where do they close? Are they feeling an imbalance? Yes. Okay. Are they closing below the midpoint? No. We are still bullish. Hold on to your trade. Don't chicken out, man. So this is it for me today. I'm just gonna show you guys the entry now. So this is the entry model. These are the annotations from that day. You can actually confirm these on my on my X account, and this is the execution that I actually showed you. And these are the guys. We're actually live on Discord now.
Makes help for a reversal because also we have
as you can see, the price is still moving up, so we just hold in anticipation to say, okay, we are still targeting the
volume imbalance got closed, huh?
I never checked the Nasdaq this morning. We are still targeting the, and these are the partials, right? So I was taking off partials. As you can see now, the running lot is actually 20, and this guy knows what he's doing. Oh my, this guy knows something, hey? Okay, that's it from me today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just like and subscribe if you appreciate the content. If you want me to actually produce and give you more content like this, just like the video and subscribe to my channel. I think a like would be a good indication to show that you actually got information and you learned something from this video. All right, cheers.